By raising your hand, you can tell me some facts about the Iditarod. Yes.
It's a dog race.
Okay. Where is it taking place on?
Anchorage, Alaska, no.
Chin.
More than 80 miles.
Without reading off the poster, what do you know about the Iditarod? You guys just read a book about it.
It runs snow.
Okay. What about you?
Like if you see somebody pull over and then you help them.
Job. Okay. Yes.
You have to have at least 10 dogs to race.
Okay. What else do you guys know?
It starts in March.
Good job. What about you?
They start in here to the dogs on the trail.
Okay. Last one.
Kind of like hers, but it's like dangerous because the ice and the worst.
Okay. So today we're going to read a kayak. It's a Tale from the Iditarod. It's by Robert J. Blake, and it's kind of similar to the book you guys just read. So afterwards we're going to play a game, so be sure to listen to all the details and pay attention so you guys can play the game, okay? Alright. Day 1. A kayak knew it. The other dogs knew it too. Some had run it many times, and others had never run it at all. But not a dog wanted to be left behind. It was Iditarod race day. 1,151 miles of wind, snow, and rugged trail lay ahead from Anchorage to Nome. A kayak had led the team through 7 races and knew the trail better than any dog. She had brought them in 5th, 3rd, and 2nd, but had never won. She was 10 years old now. This was her last chance. Now, they must win now. Crack. The race was underway. One by one, 58 teams took off for Nome. Day 2. Come on, old girl, show 'em how, Mick called. Pa. Mick worked the 16-dog team through a kayak, calling Pa when she needed the dogs to turn left, and Gee to go right. Mick was the musher, but the team followed the lead dog. The team followed a kayak. Through steep climbs and dangerous descents, icy waters and confusing trails, the kayak always found the safest and fastest way. She never got lost. Day 3. The kayak and Squinty, Big Boy and Flinty, Roscoe and the rest of the team pounded across the snow for 3 days. The dogs were ready to break out, but Mick held them back. There was a right time, but not just yet. High in the Alaskan range, they caught up to Willie Ketchum in 3rd place. It was his team that had beaten them by just 1 minute last year. Following the rules, Willie pulled over and allowed Mick's team to pass. That old dog will never make it, he laughed at a kayak across the biting wind. She'll be waiting for you at Nome, she said. Day 4. High in the Kuskokwim Mountains, they passed tall Tim Bronze's team and moved into 2nd place. Just after Tapana, Mick's team made its move. They raced by Whistling Perry's team to take over 1st place. Ketchum made his move too. His team clung to Mick's like a shadow. The kayak and her team now had to break a trail through deep snow. It was tough going. By the Ophir checkpoint, a kayak was limping. The deep snow had jammed up one of her paw pads and made it sore. Mick tended to her as Ketchum raced by and took 1st place from them. You can't run on that old paw, girl, Mick said to her. A day's rest will heal it, but the team can't wait a day. We've got to go on without you. You'll be flown home. Roscoe took a kayak's place at lead. Day 5. By morning, most of the other dogs had passed through the Ophir checkpoint. The wind was building, and the pilot was in a hurry to leave. A kayak tore at the leash as the volunteer brought her to the plane. Get that dog in, the pilot hollered. I want to get out of here before the storm hits. The kayak jumped and pulled and snapped. All she wanted was to get back on the trail, to run, and to win. Then, all at once, the wind gusted, the plane shifted, and a kayak twisted out of the handler's grip. By the time they turned around, she was gone. Day 6. The kayak ran while the storm became a blizzard. She knew that Mick and the team were somewhere ahead of her. The wind took away the scent, and the snow took away the trail. But still, she knew the way. She ran and she ran until the blizzard became a whiteout. Then she could run no more. While Mick and the team took refuge in Galena, 7 hours ahead, a kayak buried into a snowdrift to wait out the storm. In the morning, the mound of snow came alive, and out popped the kayak. Day 7. Word had gotten out that a kayak was loose. Trail volunteers knew that an experienced lead dog would stick to the trail. They knew she'd have to come through Unicoli. And she did. 6 hours after Mick and the team had left, a kayak padded softly, cautiously into the checkpoint. Her ears alert, her wet nose sniffed the air. The team had been there, she could tell. Suddenly, cabin doors flew open, and 5 volunteers fanned out and tried to grab her. The kayak zigged around their every zag and took off down the trail. Call ahead to Shakatulu, a man shouted. Day 8. At Shakatulu, Mick dropped 2 more dogs and raced out, still 6 hours ahead of the kayak. Hungry now, it had been 2 days since she had eaten. A kayak pounded over the pack trail. For thirst, she drank out of the streams, the ice broken through by the sled teams. She struggled into Shakatulu in the late afternoon. 3 men spotted her and chased her right into the community hall, where some mushers were sleeping. Tables overturned and coffee went flying. Then one musher opened the back door and she escaped. "We'll find them," she said. At Coyote, a kayak raided the musher's discard pile for food. No one came after her. At Island, people put food out for her. Almost everybody was rooting for a kayak to catch her team. So at this point, what do you guys think? Do you think she's going to catch up, or do you think they're going to go on without her? You think they're going to catch up? Day 9. Mick rushed into White Mountain, 22 minutes behind Ketchum. Here, the teams had to take an 8-hour layover to rest before the final dash for Nome. Mick dropped Big Boy and put Young Comet in his place. The team was down to 8 dogs, with 77 miles to go. A kayak pushed off. When her team left White Mountain at 6 p.m., a kayak was running through Gullivan, just 2 hours behind. A crowd lined the trail to watch her run through the town. Day 10. Screaming winds threw bitter cold at the team as they fought their way along the coast. Then, halfway to the checkpoint called Safety, they came upon a maze of snowmobile tracks. The lead dogs lost the trail. Mick squinted through the snow, looking for a sign. There, going right, she recognized Ketchum's trail. "Gee," she called, "Gee, go right." But the dogs wouldn't go. They wandered about, tangling up the lines. Mick straightened them out and worked the team up the hill. At the top, they stopped short. Something was blocking the trail. What do you guys think is blocking the trail?
Ice.
You think it's ice? A moose? Which dog? Kayak? It's kind of hard to pronounce. "A kayak," Mick called. She ran to her usual spot at the harness, waiting to be hooked in. "Sorry, old girl," Mick hugged her. "Rules say I can't put you back in harness. Get in the sled." But instead, a kayak circled the lead dogs, pushing them and barking. "What is it, girl?" Mick asked. A kayak ran back down the hill. Mick laughed. Ketchum's team had taken the wrong trail. She turned her team around and rushed them down to a kayak, who jumped into the sled. "Take us to Nome," Mick called to her. Mick first heard the noise a mile outside of Nome. At first, she wasn't sure what it was. It grew so loud that she couldn't hear the dogs. It was a roar or a rumble. She was so tired after 10 days of mushing, she couldn't tell which. Then, she saw the crowd and she heard their cheers. People had come from everywhere to see the courageous dog that had run the Iditarod Trail alone. As sure as she had been in the lead position, a kayak won the Iditarod race. Nothing was going to stop this dog from winning, Mick told the crowd. A kayak knew it. The other dogs knew it too. Okay. So now that we've read this book and you guys just finished your other Iditarod book, what were some comparisons from the 2 books? Yes.
They were in Nome.
Yeah, they both are in the same trail, right? Chandler? They both have dogs because they're both running Iditarod. What about the characters? Were there any comparisons or similarities in the characters? Yes.
I think that girl.
Mick Very nice. What was yours? Okay. Any other comparisons or differences or similarities? Could you compare Alex to any of the characters in this one? Yes. They only said his name a couple times. Willie, is that who you're trying to get out?
Kind of like the guy that stopped. But he had followed the rules, so he stopped. He didn't line up.
That was Willie. So he could be like Alex, right? So now we're going to break into teams. We'll go this half on one side and this half of the desk is on this side. Yes.
Okay, so I didn't get if she wanted.
Who? Meg? Megan and Kai won because they made it to know first, right? Because they heard all the cheering waiting for us. Alright, so let's break into our two groups. If you sit in your desk on this side, then you're going to be on this team. And if your desk is on this side, then you'll be on that team. But you guys can go over that.
What if we went in here for?
No, because they need
Just
to go
wait, you'll see. Okay, turn it off.
Dalton, you'll be on, yeah. Dalton, you'll be on this side.